Yeah, Forex and crypto legends, welcome once again. The other live stream, I had to end it because the microphone was not okay. So if you are watching us now, let me know in the comment section if the microphone is okay. Let me know in the comment section if my microphone is okay. If my microphone is okay. If you are joining us, let me know in the comment section if the microphone is okay. Uh, it's been a while. And today we are having another Wavematics weekly forecast for 16th to 20th August 2021. And if you can really hear me clearly, let me know in the comment section if the sound is okay now. Let me also know if you are watching us live. Uh, let me know if you are watching us live now or you are watching the replay version. So today we are going to have a lot of quick looks into the charts and see the profitable setups you are going to get for this week. Before even we go into that, let's quickly talk about this web class that I'm looking at doing recently. You see, I posted this in the course of the week last week that there is 3 web class that I want to do plus a master class. I'm putting a lot of effort into this, so I want to really know if people are interested before we start. So if you are watching me now and if not commented under this post, you can go to the Facebook group and comment below the post that you are interested, because I want us to get at least 300 people interested. That is about 10% of the number we are in the group, because we've exceeded 3,000. So if we get 10% of the people interested, then we can start. So you can share the group to your friends and others, so that the more people come on and show interest in it, the earlier we start. Okay, let's jump straight into today's analysis. In today's analysis, we will start with the dollar index. And we will look at a lot of pairs, but with the dollar index, there has been some very interesting development, and this is the 4-hour time frame. And now, if we look at, we were tracking this wave A. We had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That wave A we got tracked. So when the green wave A was developing, we were looking at, okay, may we getting a correction for wave B, then a pullback to get a zigzag for wave B. But the market did not really do it that way. So when the move went up, this particular side is too shallow for me to be wave B. It's too shallow for me to be wave B, but there's that possibility. So now I'm tracking it in a triangle form, that in this particular week that we are going to get a triangle for AB. So we are expecting price to come down to give us a C, then we go up to give a potential A, B, C, D, E, then we will go up for wave C, for blue wave C. So as it stands now, we are tracking that this week, a weakness for the dollar index, then we'll go into a sideways correction for a triangle, then we can continue. So now that we've understood what the dollar index is likely to do, let's jump straight into the other pairs. Let's first look at Euro USD, then see how we are going to use this knowledge of it to really trade it. This is the 1-hour time frame of Euro USD. It is the one. If you have any question or anything, you can leave in the comment section, so that as I am doing the live stream, I can look at the comment section and address some of these comments. We've been tracking this particular count for some time now, and we have a nice 5-wave impulsive move down of a one. The count. There's a problem with the count. 1, 2. Let me delete this XY. 1, 2. Then we have a nice 5-wave down for green wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with the ending diagonal for green wave 3 and wave 5. So now price is under its way. We I believe we are through with the impulsive waves, though there is a possibility of price still moving down. But from what we are seeing now, we've had an impulse up, we have a correction, then now we have an impulse up. So I'm looking at we getting a 5 wave move up, a 5 wave move up. So this being wave one, then we will have a wave two here. So price going up next week, then we will start looking for a wave four correction, then up. So once we get a 5 impulsive wave up, then that will be our first wave count of or A either one or A, then we will start looking for a corrective pullback for wave two, or B, then we will start. But in the long term, this particular count that we are tracking is either a wave two or a B. So we will look at how the correction unfolds. But for trading purposes, this particular week, we are waiting for price to give us a correction, or we can get a move higher. So once we get a correction, I'm not much interested in buying corrections or selling corrections. So once we get that, this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to buy the fifth wave. We are going to buy the fifth wave. Once we buy the fifth wave, that will be for scalping and day trading purposes. Then once that one is true, we will look for a bigger pullback for a wave two, a bigger pullback for wave two. Then we will now look for a deeper correction down before we go up. So that is the dollar index now. Let's jump straight to the next pair and look at what is happening on gold, because a lot of people also requested on gold. When I post that the kind of pairs you want me to discuss, because there are a lot of pairs, what I do is the ones most people request. We cannot cover all the charts in just one live stream. So the ones most people request, that is what I do cover. So in the course of the week, now what I'm trying to do is as I have recovered and I'm recovering, I'm going to do more live streams. So in the course of the week, we can even have 1 or 2 live streams on the charts, so that people can really get the flow and get a perspective of how I trade, so that we can profit together. Because trading, sometimes if you don't really understand these things, trading in isolation can confuse you. But what I'm trying to put my best efforts into the group, so that everyone can understand what is really going on. Everyone can understand what is going on. So let's quickly look at gold. In gold, this is the count that I'm tracking. This is the daily time frame. So let's quickly review the daily time frame, because others also prefer the higher time frame. So today in some of the charts, I'll look at the higher time frames before we look at the lower time frames of how we are trading it. So now in the lower time frame, higher time frame, we are tracking an impulsive wave. So we've had red wave one, and red wave two. So now we are looking at red wave three, and that red wave three that we are looking, we've had a 1, 2, 3. So this whole correction, sideways correction that has been happening, was a wave four, a wave four that we were tracking. So we were even looking at earlier, we were looking at if there is a possibility of price giving like a WXY for wave four. But now price does not give us that way. But whenever you are trading the charts, you see, if a pattern is forming, you look at all the possible scenarios that particular pattern can form, so that when price gives a different scenario, you can know how to trade it. So now price is rather not giving us that wave four. It's not giving us the zigzag that we were looking, but there's always a way you can trade it. But people get confused when price changes its course. So now we are looking at it as a triangle. For me, I'm tracking it as an ABC triangle. So let's jump straight to the lower time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour and see how we are going to attack the triangle this particular week, as we are going to attack this particular week. I also love to know where you are watching us from. So let me know where you are watching us from, which country, which continent, so that as a family we can get to know ourselves very well. Mhm. I'm seeing some of our friends online, and now this week, this is what I'm tracking now. If this is a triangle, then this whole setup is a wave A. I've done a whole lot of breakout of the count for wave A. Then now we've had a wave B and wave C, and wave C just completed. So in this particular week, what we are expecting is this particular move. Once we will look for a correction, then we will get a move up for wave D. Once we get a move up for wave D, we will start looking for another move down to complete. So the wave E. So once we get that, then we are expecting gold to go upwards to complete the white wave 5. So as it stands now, price is still in the sideways, because till it breaks this particular top, so price break the top, everything that is happening is in the sideways. It's in the sideways, and if you are able to count the sideways correction correctly, then you will be able to profit well in the next move, upward. So as it stands now, this particular week, this is what we are looking for. In this particular week, we are looking for price to really price to give us a correction. Then once we get a correction, so because most times in triangles, just like we had an ABC here, there's a possibility that we are going to have another ABC for wave D. So if you are not in the trade, in the buy setup now, wait for a correction to come. Once we get a correction, then you can start looking for the buy setup. But if you are buying, know that price is gonna be, there is a possibility of it being a correction. But then this is going to be our invalidation level. In correction, wave D cannot go beyond the end of wave B. So once price go beyond wave D, then that means the correction scenario, the triangle scenario is invalidated. So we will have to relook at the count and see whether a complex correction or a bigger flat is forming. But still now, till price breaks below this one, this wave D, we are still counting the we are still tracking the correction move. So now that we've looked at gold, let's look at our next pair. Let's quickly look at the USD Swiss francs. This particular pair, we have been tracking it for some time. If you have been following my post, you should make a lot of money from USD Japanese, the USD Swiss francs. I think August 5th on August 5th, if you look at our channel, on August 5th on our channel, I posted our trade setup for, this is it, August 5th. So you see, when we counted the wave 1 and the wave 2, I was anticipating a pullback for this particular move, then for this being a wave 1, then wave 2, then I was going to look for my buy setup for wave 3. And fast forward to today, so this is where I posted the setup. When price was anticipating this correction, then we will have the move up. So if you have been following me and you entered this trade from where we did posted from that side, price gave us almost 190 pips, before the wave 3 completed, almost 189 pips. So these things are very easy. If you understand how the market moves, you will always be able to predict these things correctly. So now in this particular week, this is what I'm tracking now. So now we've had a wave 1, wave 2. I'm still seeing this as a wave 3 with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this correction happening is a wave 4 correction. That is what I'm tracking. So of an ABC. So I'm looking that price get a turning point within this particular zone. But once we put fibs there, you don't just buy because price has gotten into the fib zone. I'm anticipating that if price get to this particular zone, if price get to this particular fib zone, let me extend the fib zone. If price get to that particular fib zone, we are looking at that place as a possible turning point, but wait for a kind of a reversal sign depending on your strategy that you are using, or you can wait for a first impulse, just like we had this wave one here. You can wait for the impulse to happen, then you will start looking for correction, like just like I forecast, because the market repeats itself. Once you get a correction, you can start buying to complete this green wave 5. You can start buying to complete this green wave 5. So that is how we are trading this particular week. That is what we are looking at. But should in case, whenever you are tracking counts like this, if price breaks out of the fib zone and start giving you corrections, like a corrective wave like this, is telling you that price is going to still come down. So whenever you are whenever you are counting, the market is always right. So you look at what the price action is also doing to validate your counts. You will not know whether your count is right or wrong till the market proves it so. So as you are doing it, always look at how the market is behaving. Most times, I do have different counts, but in order not to waste time, I will not be going much into alternative counts this week. So as it stands now, we are looking at it, a price giving us a turning point inside the fib zone. So once we get a reversal sign and the correction, we are going to buy for green wave 5. The next pair that we are going to look at is the pound dollar. The pound dollar. Let's look at the 4 hour. Quickly look at the 4 hour time frame. Then in the 4 hour time frame, we've been tracking this particular wave for expanding flat for some time now. Then I posted, I think on August 11th, I did an update on if you look at the Telegram group on August 11th. Yeah. Initially I posted this particular count when the wave one was ongoing, that we should look for a pullback, and I was expecting a turn point inside this particular fib zone. So now what happened was price really gave us the pullback that we were looking for. This is not rocket science. You really just need to understand how the structures work. And you are going to do these things easily. And I am doing my best to now break these things for people to understand, because my whole mission is about imparting people with knowledge. I'm not here to prove any point that I am a good trader or anything, but to help you also see the market the right way that you need to see it as a professional. So now the market has given us the pullback. So let's jump to the 1 hour time frame and see how we are going to trade it this particular week. So now on the 1 hour time frame, we are seeing an ABC, and wave C being an ending diagonal of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then now price has given us this particular. It did not really get into our fib zone, but the fibs and the divergence, they are all like a guideline to support the wave principle and the labeling that you are doing. So now that our labeling is intact, we are looking at this to be a nice reversal. So this particular week, wait for a correction. Once you get a corrective move, you can start looking for your buy setup. So wait only for the pullback, because it's very risky for you to buy at this end. Why? Because price can drop. Sorry. Price can drop one more time. So that is why we always, you don't force trades. We always wait for correction, wait for the market to come to you. Once you get a corrective move, you will start looking for buy setups to really profit from this particular trade too. The next pair that we are going to look quickly at, the next pair we are going to quickly look at is the USD Japanese yen. Let me give a very quick view of the weekly time frame of what I'm looking at the USD Japanese yen, so that people can really understand how I do come out with my trade, because it's not just like I'm looking at only the lower time frames. I do counting from yearly time frames, then I keep on breaking it down. So let's quickly look at it. You see, in USD Japanese yen, if you are using this, I think this count is from IDC, and IDC broker, in trading view, they have the most data than all the other brokers. They have most data than all the other brokers. So if you really want historical data of the charts, I recommend that in trading view you use that one. If you want additional data, you can check FS Stop. They will give you yearly charts from 1953. So this is not even where it is starting, but that is still whatever, wherever that is starting. You can check from FS Stop, and it's still part of your wave one. So now price gave us a very nice impulsive wave of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we are having an ABC. So now wave A has completed, but wave B, red wave B, is still underway. So in the weekly time frame, we are tracking a triangle. That price is given in an AB. So we are expecting price to go up to complete wave D. Then we will have a wave E. Then wave C is going to be. So this is the bigger picture. This is what we are tracking. A triangle for wave B. So this wave B is going to be here. It's going to come up like this. Then price is gonna. So now with this understanding, let's jump to the lower time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour, and what you see is price always repeat itself. You see, in the 4 hour time frame, now we are tracking a wave D correction, in the weekly. We are having a similar play also in this wave B of yellow wave B of the red wave D we were tracking. So now we are looking at an A, B, C, D, E. And you see, I think on this last week on August 12, I did share my scenario for. See, this is the chart that I shared. This is the chart that I shared on USD Japanese yen. So we were looking for this move down, for either a wave B or a wave 2. And fast forward to today, you can see that what we were looking at, price really gave us that sharp move that we were looking. It's very simple. These things are very simple. So we've gotten the first move that we are looking at. So now in this particular week, we are expecting price to give us a wave up, but we are not just going to buy because we are in the fib zone, as I do always say. So wait for a reversal sign, before you start buying. Now it's very risky for you to buy, so wait for price to give you a move up. If you don't depend on the strategy that you are using, you get a correction, then you start buying. So for wave D, now there's two particular counts that I'm looking at in this particular. There's two particular counts I'm looking at in this. Now there's also a possibility, of this whole thing being. You see, this is my alt count. There's a possibility that this can be the yellow wave B, this particular wave B that we are looking at. If that isn't the case, if this is your wave B, then this whole structure can also be counted as an ending diagonal of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will give you like an ending, a leading diagonal for wave one, as I've put here. So this will be our wave one, and this whole structure will be our wave two. So with that, then we are expecting price to go up. So now, knowing all these two scenarios, I've shown you how to check invalidation level of triangles. So if price should come to break this particular top when we get the move up, then wave D cannot exceed wave B. So once price comes to break this top, then we are going to switch to our impulsive count of here being wave B. But as it stands now, the triangle is our primary count. The triangle is our primary count. So we will look at it as, and I'll update you in the course of the week as more price action develops. The next pair that let's quickly look at the USD card. The USD card. We've been tracking this particular count for some time. And as price, the way price progresses is very simple. We've been tracking this count. Let's check our Telegram channel if we can see some of our previous count of, this was what we were tracking for USD card. We were expecting its price to go up to this particular zone and get the four. I think I made this call on one of the Wavematic weekly forecast, 19th to 23rd July, and price did really happen as we were expecting. It moved up. Then now we've had the first four, so we are tracking the four too. Yeah, sorry guys, we are tracking the fall too. So now this is how we are going to trade it this week. When this particular, you see, when this was forming, I also posted this on August 12th that we've ended wave B, so expect price to come down. And now this is what happened. Now price has come down. We have broken out of the white channel. We've broken out of the white channel, and now price is really underway. So this particular week we are expecting the corrective move. Now that if we get something like this, it's going to be a very nice correction. So once we get a breakout from it, expect price to give you a lower down move to complete green wave C. Once we get into this big fib zone, we will start looking for reversal signs. So that is how we are tracking it this particular week. So let's quickly look at the pound Japanese yen. In the pound Japanese yen, we've been tracking this count for some time, and we really traded this WXY. For this wave 4, and now let's look at it this way. So now once we got this wave 4, we forecasted the wave A. So now I'm seeing that this whole thing is a possible ABC. So in this particular week, we are expecting once we get a correction, a pullback into this particular zone. That is, in case we are expecting an expanding flat, then it should break the low of this, but it can also end as a normal flat. Then price is going to go up. And if there's different scenarios when you are tracking a corrective move, but what we are really tracking is for price to give us a corrective move. Price to give us a corrective move upwards. Once we get a corrective move, we are going to sell, and once we get into the fib zone, we are going to also look for buy setup. So now what I'm going to do is, because I'm recovering, when I speak for a little time, then I start coughing. So either tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm going to do another live stream because I have a lot of other pairs to cover, and we are going to also look at the Bitcoin and the indexes in the indexes. So I'm going to end this particular stream here so that tomorrow or Tuesday I'm going to do another live stream. I'll make the time so that we can all jump on and profit from it. So if you are watching us also from YouTube, do subscribe to our channel. I'm going to drop the YouTube channel in the comment section so that we go there and subscribe, because if we get more subscribers there, I'm also preparing some trainings purposely for YouTube so that we know. So thank you guys for being with me once again. Tomorrow we are going to do another live stream, tomorrow or Tuesday. Then this particular week, I know it's going to be a profitable week, and you are just a profit away. My name is Peter Pearl, and I'll sign out for now. Bye.